Family's the most important thing.
You're right.
I was
You're
talking
right.
to my
That's like I'm not
little homie the other
taking
day.
a pay
He
cut,
was
but
telling me
I'll
about
start
everything, how he
doing
was in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Him and his people's getting his
Do
money.
what you gotta
When I
do.
looked at him, all I could do was see me. When I just dropped my head and told him the same thing my big brother told
Wow.
me.
I see you out and out, little homie, get your mind.
Okay, we on. We on.
Get your
Are we
mind.
on?
Yeah, I just had to plug in. For some reason, this ain't acting right, so I just had to plug in my headphones set.
Get your mind. Get your mind. I see you out and out, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. Chasing nicks and dimes, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. You don't wanna lose your life, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. People's dying every night, little homie, get your mind. 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 You don't wanna lose your life, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. People's dying every night, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. Last night, woke up to disturbing news. 2 teens shot down in a gunfight, man, I'm so confused. Really, dog, what's going on? Nah, tell me, what you trying to prove? Running around, wilding out, living like you got nothing to lose. Now everybody wanna be the boss. Pick the work up and go chop it off. Living life like you can't be. If you disrespect, then knock him off. Then you say it's a way of life, but your way of life, dog, you really lost. To run up in somebody's crib, if they don't give it up, we gon' kill them all. That's beside the fact, I done heard about you, ain't your daddy, dog. I'm just worried about you. I know that you know I know everything. Plus the street be talking, they don't word about you. Heard about how you had a play, homie set you up, run off with your pack, he gon' shoot it out. If you want it back, please tell me, dog, what kind of friend is that? Yeah. I see you out and out, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. Chasing nicks and dimes, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. You don't wanna lose your life, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. People's dying every night, little homie, get your mind. 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 You don't wanna lose your life, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. People's dying every night, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. They getting it. Bagging it and flipping it, in the kitchen whipping it, just to get the difference. Jackie on the mound, by the way that they be pitching it. Bonds with the bat, trying to knock it out the fence again. Like they holding weight when they barely even benching it. Could say a couple names, but I wouldn't even mention them, cause you wouldn't know them, even if I mention them. Trappers turn rats when they handed down them sentences. My ink is running out of pen again. Praying to the Lord, please Lord, don't let me sin again. Fisher of these men, and well, I'm just trying to reel them in and show them something that's realer than what they think real is to them. I see you out and out, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. Chasing nicks and dimes, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. You don't wanna lose your life, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. People's dying every night, little homie, get your mind. 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 You don't wanna lose your life, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind. People's dying every night, little homie, get your mind. Get your mind.
All right, this is Bite the Nickel Podcast radio station here in the heart of Indianapolis, Indiana, with Dario the Barber, a.k.a. Beer Buster D. Show him what it do, Dario.
What it do, what it do. Come through. I will cut you. Y'all know me.
Tonight's segment is going to pretty much be a short segment because we're not going to stay long. We got some things that need to be taken care of shortly. But, Dario, speak to the people, man. We always love to hear your thoughts, man, when it comes to hip-hop, when it comes to things in just general everyday life. Speak to the people, man.
Man, all I got to say is keep your head up. You know what it is. Always, power is in the words. That's what I'm on tonight. Power is in the words. If you hear something, always check it out. You know, do your math, do your homework. Don't let one side or another persuade you. Find out what the truth is for yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And also, I want to be encouraging on this tip too. For those who say it can't be done, prove them wrong. Because it can be done. It's just how you do it.
Exactly.
So keep striving, keep fighting out there. You know, I'm right here with you. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do what we do with Bite the Nickel. We're trying to do what we trying to do with Beauty and the Beard. Shout out to Skrilla Zoo, Tango, Tang, Twiz White Piece, all the people that played an integral part in trying to develop this show. Shout out to y'all, the fans. I'm gonna take that moment right now and say thank you to y'all for listening. I know this is a short show. We just checking in. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long week. A lot of things been going on here in Naptown. You know what I'm saying? We got people, you know, trying to struggle and strive, you know what I'm saying, and make it. You know what I'm saying? I just talked to the waitress here. She got 6 kids, y'all. 6 kids. She just got custody of 2-3 more kids. Man, if that don't, that's like a revelation just for us starting the show out. You know what I'm saying? You always think you got it bad. And I cut hair, you know what I mean? And I hear stories in my chair. You know, I cut a guy the other day, his wife died. You know what I'm saying, this year. He done had 9 people die in his life.
Man.
This year alone. One by suicide. Another by OD. You know, y'all quit playing with your life. Another little thing, just a little side note. I want to talk about something spiritual real quick. And for me, did you know that 2 people can say a certain fact that they believe in religiously, but it can mean the same thing spiritually. So I want y'all to open your ears and open your hearts, open your minds up, because I know a lot of people out there believe that there is one God. I'm one God. And by Him, through Him, all things were created. But at the same time, we have some people who believe that there are God, the Son, and the Spirit. Right? There are 3. Just on a religious note, I'm going to end it real quick.
Yep.
But I want to say, if you really take a step back and look at it, they are of God, because all things are of God. So if you really look at it,
they're one.
They're one.
Right.
So they're not one, and they are one. So before you condemn what the whole point I'm really trying to say is, before you condemn what the next man is saying, really evaluate it, because it could hold some very good truths for you.
Hello.
And that's in all facets of our life. I just use that as a spiritual aspect because we can all relate to that. But, you know, in all fairness and all actuality, weigh it all the way out. Search out the truth for yourself. And y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Thank y'all for following us. We appreciate it. Much love.
And I second that motion. Okay, I second that motion. Just letting you know. Tonight's little segment is called "Building the Brand Up in Naptown," and shouts out to Skrilla Zoo and the Zoo crew. Shouts out to Tango, Cassini, aka Terrence Trotter.
Shout out.
Shout out to Matt Trees tonight. They've been working while I was out on vacation. Visiting the wife and family and friends, and I had a wonderful time there. Now I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Now I'm back with a different focus. Okay, me and Dario are out with a different focus now, because now after having the first show with Skrilla Zoo and Tango and Cassini,
great
Mad
show
Trees.
Too, man. That was a historical show. For this show, that was a historical night. I felt real good after coming out of that night.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Now it's time to build. You know what I'm saying? To build each other's brand into something that can monetarily be a blessing to all of us. You know, I even been told that I'm sitting on a gold mine,
Yeah.
and the more and more I think about it, the more and more we do this show, I see it. You know what I'm saying? And Dario, I understand that you see it now.
No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's becoming more and more of a reality. And building doesn't necessarily mean tear down. You know, but when you are trying to build something, sometimes you have to, tear down ideologies, he say, she say, things, and you have to be able to tear down those things that are, being negative or said or negatively done, so that you can build off what is positive and what is going to be more of a benefit for others, not just for yourself, not just for what you're doing, but also what is going to benefit other people. 9 times out of 10, people don't want to mess with you unless it's the famous, right, benefiting them. And the famous question everybody always asks, what's in it for me?
Hell yeah.
If you ever watched the movie Revolver, the guy asked that question. He said, you hear, but the question that tingles everybody's ear is, what's in it for me? And I'm going to be honest, we're not here to get rich overnight. It's not going to happen. It's for the longevity. And if you're in it for the longevity, then we can move. We can move mountains together. But you have to be on the same wavelength, the same mindset, the same catechism. Because if you're not on the same catechism, and what I mean by catechism, I'm talking about talk. You learn catechism from theology and preaching and stuff like that. But that's what this is. This is catechism 101. You know what I'm saying? Being able to talk to the people, talk to the artists, the producers, the engineers, the promoters, those that have the tools to be able to do and not only just do, but also to build a brand. If you do not know how to build your brand, if you don't know how to build a brand, then the resources that we have coming to the show, these are going to be the people that you should network. And let me bring this to the forefront now. Again, I want to make sure everyone hears this as a collective whole. When we suggest or recommend somebody through the show, if you deal with these people that we recommend, these people have a good name. And a good name is worth more than fine riches. Okay, I'm going to just let you know that and throw that out there.
I second that.
Amen. Thank you. Do not tear down people's good name.
That's the brand.
That's the brand. Your name
is your brand.
Is your brand. It's your stamp. It is your trademark. Whatever you call yourself as an artist or a business entity, a producer, whatever, you are producing a brand. You know what I'm saying? With a trademark that can potentially become a household name. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. If you want to become a household name and you're not even being heard or being spoken of, that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? This is just like Beauty and the Beard. There you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you thought of that, you was like, man, that's a wonderful household name. And you didn't just come up with that by yourself.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It took a collective between you and your wife to come up with a name.
Yeah, we went through a couple. There was other names that we came up with, and some of them had been already. Matter of fact, that's what moved me to that. Is because they had already used that name. The names I've had thought of before on other hair salons or barbershops.
Okay.
So it separates you. I just want to say that. A brand is what separates you from what everybody else is doing. Like, we're at Denny's right now.
Right.
But IHOP does the same thing.
Exactly.
But what sets Denny's separate from IHOP or Waffle House?
What separates them?
What do they do differently than other breakfasts?
Okay, since I used to work here, I could tell you. There's certain burgers that other restaurants don't have. There's certain breakfast items that the other restaurants don't have, and certain drinks that other restaurants don't have. Now you may think that Denny's has and Waffle House and IHOP pretty much have the same drinks. You're kind of wrong in that area. You know what I'm saying? What sets them apart totally too is the fact that they have a 2-4-6-8 menu. Mm-hmm. Okay, where
I personally enjoy it. $4.
Man, who you telling? Who you telling?
What's that one? The slam.
The
slam. It's called a slam.
Oh yeah,
the breakfast slam.
The breakfast slam.
For $4. Boom. There it is.
And it's delicious too.
Right, and you gonna get full. So that's we just broke that all. Man, this is a good show right here.
Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? When you building a brand, you gotta set yourself apart from everybody else, and that's including how you, like for Denny's, there's certain different names for different burgers and different dishes. So what you get here may not be the same name at the Waffle House or at IHOP. Right? It's a different name. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it. If you're branding yourself, you can't be the same name as somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think of something that's unique. Like Bite the Nickel is the most unique name.
Yeah, nobody else out there doing that.
Right.
Your whole market is unique. I mean, nobody in Nap has got a podcast radio station that I know of.
Or I'm just thinking of just the name itself. Yeah. Bite the Nickel. Bite the Nickel came off one of my songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, wow, what better way to start a movement?
Yeah.
Bite the Nickel.
Right.
What does that mean?
But the brand is a whole package deal.
Bingo.
The name, your goals or your mission statement, bam, also with what you're producing. So what you're putting out there. What you are a producer / hip hop podcast radio show / record label.
Correct.
So these are the things that you bring to the table that you're doing that separates you from anyone else.
Correct.
You dig what I'm saying?
Correct. Now,
so therefore,
I'm getting a better view of it with you explaining that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like Denny's is separate. Of course, we can all sit out and make breakfast. But what do we have that's different from the rest down the street? We have this. We call ourselves something different, of course. But we also giving out to the people an offer that's different.
Correct.
That you might feel less lucrative. Now, everybody like Denny's? No.
Nah.
But, hey, somebody might say, hey, I like how Waffle House cooks their food out here in front of me, but Denny's, you can't really see that. Okay. But guess what? We still give you a good taste of, whatever. I'm just saying those are different selling points that these restaurants use.
Exactly.
So that's what you have to do as an artist.
Amen. Amen. I second that motion too. On that, when it comes to, branding yourself, you have to be willing to be open with your brand. Your brand, you can't just, okay, this is my idea, this is how I do it, this is how I'm going to bring it. But if someone else gives you an added ingredient, just like KFC, they got 13 different spices for their chicken. Okay, if you losing one of them 13, it ain't gonna taste right.
So recipe.
Come on. So someone comes and adds on to what you're building, and you kind of just knock it to the other side like, nah, that ain't gonna work. Sometimes it's gonna take you to sit back for a minute and just look at the bigger picture of
That's
what
like
they're
rule
saying.
Number one.
Right. Tunnel vision. Looking at the thing, not just up close, but looking ahead. You know what I'm saying? If you're not looking ahead of what that person is saying, or if you don't even understand what that person is saying, what you need to do is start asking questions. Mm-hmm. What do you mean by this? Where do you think this market can go? Where do you think this brand should be placed?
Thinking outside the box.
Exactly.
And I know we use that term a lot. That's I forget the word for it. It's been hashed out a lot. But I'm going to say this real quick. It's funny you said KFC. And there's a lot we can learn from that restaurant industry because that's like one of the leading things you can do as far as serving somebody. Restaurants. It's one of your main money makers. Everybody need to eat. You got to eat. Rallies, you got to eat. Anyway, Colonel Sanders washed cars to sell chicken for free.
I'm listening.
You know what I mean? That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
To start putting in work like that. Meaning you come buy my chicken, but I'm gonna wash your car for free.
Come on now.
That's what Americans have forgot. We want to talk about all this other stuff, but we forgot how much our forefathers worked. Even white, black, I don't care. Mexican, right. Chinese, I don't care. They're Chinese built railroads. Okay, whatever. Slavery happened. Get over it. It happened. But what are you going to do in your life to build your brand?
Come on now. Like we have always told you, our service is free until it actually hits mainstream. That makes sense to us because we want to bring everybody in as a collective whole. Not, we pick this artist or we pick that artist to push them out. You know what I'm saying? We're not picky. Now, if something sounds fishy, which we have come across some fishy stuff.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you're going to get that dealing with the public, though.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be able to be judgmental of the fact, do we want that on the show or do we want that on the show or do we not want it on the show?
Yeah, because we can incur the expenses of that.
Exactly.
Real
you know what I'm saying?
We're like trying to stand up for something that we know is totally wrong or against God.
Exactly. So, we as a radio station, we take decisions. We don't take them lightly. If I'm not talking with Dario, I'm talking with my brother. If I'm not talking with my brother, I'm talking with someone by the name of Twiz Whitepiece because he is one of the persons one of the pioneers that helped me get into becoming a radio personality. And so I have a triangle effect of advice that I can take. And the only thing I have to do is sit down and listen because if I'm building a brand and I'm stuck in an area, I have to be able to call these people to say, what you think about this? What you think about this, bro? Go ahead.
On that note, and I'm speaking not to you, Martu, I'm speaking to the whole fan base out here that happens to listen to this podcast. The example he just gave right there, if you take that, right, and I don't care if you're on a social network, I don't care if you're on this show, I don't care if you're on the phone with somebody, Martu, if you took what somebody was giving you and you worded it wrong, you know what I'm saying, in a negative or derogatory sense, do you think that person will be more apt to give you feedback?
Okay, say that one more time.
I'm going to say that when that person gives you advice or they're as you giving them feedback, and you word your words or you speak your words or you type your words, text your words in a negative or derogatory sense, do you think that person is talking to you to help you along would be more apt to give you feedback?
I can say yes, and I can also say no. Okay. And the reason why I say yes, because sometimes a negative, if you listen to the negative and you listening to the words of the negative, you can catch what a person is saying to you directly.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, the reason why I say yes, as far as help, that also helps me formulate my problem solving.
Right.
Okay. It helps me understand, okay, this person said what they said, but I got to sit back and think, okay, why did they say it that way?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a learning curve for me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the type of individual you are.
Exactly. Because I have to think everything out. If I don't think everything out before I move on my final decision, I'm making a mistake, number one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why if I have to call you, if I have to call my brother, if I had to text Twiz and be like, hey, bro, I need some advice. I need to ask you a question. You know? And either one of y'all, either three of y'all come to me and tell me in pretty much the same answer, I know I'm either doing something right or I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
But see how much extra work that just caused you to have to go back and do?
but it's worth it.
It is.
It's worth
But
it.
my point is that on the other end,
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't, you wouldn't have to go back and check and do all that extra, because then that way it would be just laid out, plain and simple. You would be clear.
Correct.
And what I'm trying to use as an example is the fact that you can text something, you can talk on the phone and say something, or you can talk in person and say something. And sometimes the way you say stuff or what words that you choose to use
Mm-hmm.
can be very, what is the word?
Detrimental.
Detrimental to the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Of how your relationships and how your networks are going to go. Because of people have that tendency now. Not everybody like you, Martu. I know you telling the truth about what your answer was. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you.
Right.
You're going to get into it and be like, okay, let me figure this out.
Yeah, because
slow it down.
That's
for a
one
minute.
thing about me. I investigate first. I might hear something,
Right.
but I'm going to investigate it first. Find out where the source is at. And then when I find the source, I go straight to the horse's mouth. Because
And that's the point
when you
right
building
there.
a brand, when you building a brand, you like, should I go at this particular thing the way I need to go at it, or should I sit back and play the game? Because you got to look at it. Even when you're building the brand, you still playing chess.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What's your next move?
Oh, boy, I'm in that right now.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
are you thinking 3 to 4
think.
or 5 moves ahead,
have to.
or are you just? I'm just playing move by move, and you actually can't play move by move.
Man,
you
the whole life is a strategy.
Come on,
this whole
man.
thing is a strategy, man. Everybody's got an angle. Everybody's got an angle.
And it's just like after this week, there's some transitioning that's getting ready to transpire with me, to where I've been thinking about it ever since I was on vacation, but.
I'm in the next year. What you
Come
mean?
on, man.
We are into next year.
Right.
Right now, we thinking about next year. Like last week, we had the Skrilla and the Skrilla Zoo thing shot out. Sorry we couldn't get them back on this show for this week, but yeah, you know, going into next year, hopefully this thing opens up and we do more of a live and be at the venue hosting this show.
Exactly.
So that you guys who can't make it to the show can be there.
Can actually have a visual of what we're doing.
Exactly. So
you know,
planning.
our plan is to kind of be like the Breakfast Club, Sway in the Morning, where you can actually go on YouTube and be like, man, they on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all can actually be a part and feel like you're there. You know what I'm saying? We're making preparations for that now. Even Twiz gave me a little incentive today as we was doing my interview today, and I made history this afternoon, and he's gonna get that together and have me put it on our podcast so that y'all can get a chance to hear the interview. But
I mean, we also even considered the just being all the way honest, 100, man. We got media passes we need to get taken care of.
You know what I'm saying?
Strategy. You know what I'm saying? We got to go down here to the city county building, whatever the case may be, deal with the county government, whatever and get that taken care of. Just being honest with y'all fans, these are the things that you got to look forward to, and there's steps that you got to take. We walked the steps down with even becoming these Bite the Nickel LLC. So that's taken care of.
Right.
We're just showing y'all that in every form of an aspect of this business, you have to be ready to meet your goals and set them, meet them, and there's a strategy to it. So at the same time, when you're dealing with people, you have to know that their power is in your mouth.
Come on now.
So when you promise something, man, or if you tell somebody something, or if it's a fact, or if it's not a fact, let it be known. If I do know something, I want to know if it's a fact. And I'm gonna let it be known. Hey, this is factual. Well, I did the research. But then if it's a speculation or an opinion, it's nothing to say. I'm thinking that this is what it is. At least you can say that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just throwing things out there at random.
Bingo.
Because that doesn't get anybody anywhere. And I respect the fact that we all have great ideas and we all can come to the table, because that's what this is about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
it is 10:25 here in the heart of Indianapolis tonight. It is a little chilly. We are going to cut this short. But just to let you know, if you want to reach us, go to the Bite the Nickel podcast radio station Facebook page. Hit that up. Like us. Go to the Twitter handle at One Mic Beats. Beats is spelled with a Z at the end. And it will say Bite the Nickel as the hyphen. Also, go to Lock Up or Lock Down magazine that started over the weekend. Got that going on. So if you got anything about yourself that you want spread on the magazine, please do so. Also, shouts out to Matt Trees, Skrilla Zoo, and the Zoo crew. Keep it Zoo in every way. We're going to bring them back next Saturday, and we're going to end up doing that show early. Okay. Shouts out to Terrence Trotter, Tango. We want to thank those guys for coming out last week.
Everybody we've had on the show so far, thank you for your input, fans.
We even looking for Ray Bans to come back, and actually do a live interview.
Yeah,
not just on the phone, a live interview, because he's a heavy hitter here as well in Naptown. Also, if you want to get a hold of the co-host, go to Dario Jones' Facebook page, and you want to ask for advice as far as how to get on the show. Hit him up. You can also hit me up at Martu Morehouse, Martu Morehouse, Morehouse. Okay. We thank you. We thank the fans for tuning in. We thank the artists for tuning in, and we also thank the families that have supported our movement as well.
All our loved ones. Thank you.
And we getting ready to end the show with the song "They Diss a Nigga" from yours truly, Martu.
Peace, love,
and happiness to all y'all. And again, thank you for supporting Bite the Nickel podcast radio station. Peace.
Donnie Brasco, One Mic Beats, your boy Martu, Uncle Duke. Yeah, they dissing nigga. In the streets they dissing nigga. In the home they dissing nigga. On the jobs they dissing nigga. Give a nigga 5 shots, they dissing nigga. They dissing nigga. Politics ain't shit. They dissing nigga. Publicity ain't shit. They dissing nigga. Government ain't shit. They dissing nigga. Got us rolling on our backs. Dissing nigga. Yeah. This be the truth. Up in the booth. Stop the beefing niggas, call a truce. They start hanging niggas by the noose. Acting like you the new Betty Boo. You a cheap replica, I'm a great original. Time to wash out the old vessel. Time is running out, watch the kid play. Fuck all the bullshit and the wordplay. Fuck your talent, what you got to say? You think I'm bitch up? Not here today. Alright, you'll learn today. What a long dick is here today. They dissing nigga. Yeah. They dissing nigga. In the streets. Yeah. They dissing nigga. In the home, they dissing nigga. On the jobs, they dissing nigga. Give a nigga 5 shots, they dissing nigga. Yeah. They dissing nigga. Politics ain't shit, they dissing nigga. Publicity ain't shit, they dissing nigga. Yeah. Government ain't shit, they dissing nigga. Got us rolling on our backs, they dissing nigga. Yeah. Giving kryptonite to those that want the juice. Tupac style, never giving truce. This is the heat for all the fakes. Even pump police, we call the Jakes. NWA, the new way. NWA, the new stage. Techniques that speak, push back matter. Fuck wordplay, speaking much better. I'm a new batter, fresh home runs. Let me steal the base, watch me run. The government throwing shots, watch me duck. All these niggas lies, now what the fuck? If you really wanna vote, make it count. Remember 2000 didn't really count. Cheated votes, choked out the nation. And now we just scared, coward nation. Don't wanna speak, just let it ride. We watch a black man just die. Cause they diss a nigga. In the homes, they diss a nigga. In the streets, they diss a nigga. Yeah, as the prophet of the new age, I hope the nation wakes up, turn the page, listen to the politics nowadays. They still selling the American dream today. It's a false lie, a fake dream. They make it so real, a building dream. What are we to do? Never fight? Let the soldiers come in and take flight? Open up the borders for what, nigga? National security ain't shit, nigga. Quarter 12, 2016, what does it mean for this nation? The next 18 months is so critical. Please listen up, listen to the riddle. Either will there be hope for this nation, or we all die by the sword in this nation. Yeah, cause they beefing, nigga. Cause they dissing, nigga. Black or white, they dissing, nigga. Hungry or not, they dissing, nigga. Rich or poor, they dissing, nigga. Got us begging for change, they dissing, nigga. They dissing, nigga. Yeah, they dissing, nigga. All lives matter, they dissing, nigga. The senator speaks up, they dissing, nigga. The president speaks up, they dissing, nigga. Watch them rob all banks, they dissing, nigga.